Hey, I'm your nosy neighbor lady. This your nosy neighbor lady show. I hope your day is going well, or your evening, or your afternoon, or whenever you invite me to your phone, or your home, or your mobile device, or your desktop, or your tablet, or your Apple Watch. It's so much technology out here that you know, it's just technology everywhere. But with technology, I can see you and you can see me, and I can see how beautiful and wonderful you are. And then you can see that I'm your nosy neighbor lady and your nosy neighbor lady show. And then we can talk about today's topic, which is black women and suicide. Of course, black women are just now getting articles made about them where it's solely black women or solely African American women who have not been to Africa. And nor do I want to go. Sorry. Hashtag not sorry. But just thinking about, of course, I had to read a few articles and stuff, y'all know, but just coming in a background of, I've studied adolescent suicide, but let's think about, they say ages 10 to 24, but these are black males and black females, or black women and black men, or boys and girls. And this is saying that from ages 10 to 24, that's the second leading cause of death in the Blackistan community. And we can look at that and say, wow, you know what, it sounds so stupid, I'm not going to say it, but now I got to say it since we on the video, and I stopped and paused, and we have a pretty what is it, I say it all the time, now I can't even think of the word. I'm translucent with you all, or whatever that word. Y'all know what it is. I forgot. But we can look at that study and say, what are we as black people or Blackistan people doing to cause this? Because I'm a ghettoologist, hoodologist, trapologist, went through a few colleges. Do not mistake. I'm not no real therapist. I think if I was a real therapist, maybe I would have more views. But this is for the Blackistanites and the lies that black America has told black women, that now we got to decipher the code, and some shit got to be figured out with cuss words. So it's like, what are you looking at, girl? I'm looking at my thoughts. Don't worry about it. But look, of course, it's a bullying culture in Blackistan, with black women committing suicide and black girls' suicide rates on the rise. Of course, we have to keep in mind that black women aren't good enough, and black women don't do enough, and black women should do more. And this is the strong black woman myth, or when you hear about masculinity, that we were forced into because one parent didn't show up in our households consistently. No matter how many good fathers and good uncles and good brothers you have, all the brothers, uncles, and cousins and fathers still was not in other people's house. So you're so lucky that you must be a perfect person with a lot of money and no problems, because you came from a two-parent household. So, because of course it's a myth, you come in two-parent household, you have a better quality of life. Your mom was there, your dad was there. That's not in Blackistan. Okay, mom was definitely getting knocked upside the head, physically or verbally, or we say verbally when it's really physically, because Blackistan gotta do what, students? Blackistan gotta do what, students? We gotta lie. So, even the pressures of the strong black woman myth, the pressures to be him, her, because we have to be everybody and do everybody's job. So I think that a lot of these, when we're thinking about children committing suicide, we're thinking about mothers who work so much because they have to be the breadwinners, because there is not a man to help her, or a consistent man, or a stand-up guy, or a quality man, or a person who somebody would want to be around who actually help with bills, since we want to do whether black women got a man. Because of course we know in Blackistan that if you have a man, it defines you. If you have kids, it defines you. And a black woman is nothing without a man or kids. Welcome to the fucking new world. They be talking about feminism. They don't know the real feminism is coming. If somebody was like, you should be a feminist child. What? Are you a feminist? I'm like, I'm a feminist? Bitch, I'm a black woman. Get your facts straight. So, did you like this video? We do curse on here. He's 18 older. I think that the bullying culture in Blackistan, i.e. how we watch So much junk and mess. And I listen to rap music, so that's my alternative to switch out, because y'all not gonna keep doing me about no rap music. Y'all watch that junk and mess to tear black women down all day. There's gossip about some shit about fucking and titties and booties, but y'all got a quality of life and a better brain, but it's titties, booties, and arguing. That's what you watch all that, girl. Yes, I do listen to trash. Black women should not listen to rap music, though, so I do concur there. Black women should not support black men rapping at all. Before I know it, might be biracials if they let y'all in the door, but we know that ain't gonna happen. Y'all gonna be steady struggling. Tell me why I ain't making it. Better get in that spice bath before you get white. But anyway, social, we live in a bullying culture, a pick on people culture. It's funny to be mean, rude, and violent to people, i.e., why World Star? Oh, it's a fight. World Star, this is beautiful. We celebrate black culture. We celebrate blackness. What is black culture? I have the video. Just gotta find them. If I remember to connect the if and then and if and then and then and if. So, we have no stability, no stable families. We can sit here and say, black men not doing this, black women not doing it, black men, black men, black men. If people don't know what black women are doing and people don't know what black men are doing, and you just got to keep saying it over and over, I'm not saying what people should say on their channel, because yes, the details, the news, the facts need to be recorded and regurgitated every day, all day. But I want somebody to argue with because I'm lonely, so social media is my life. Social media is my life. It just used to not be. And I remember a time when I had a life, which you all should do and try to find one. Check out one of my Living Your Best Life series, or My Best Life. Or I know what it's like. I had never thought that I would feel like I wanted to commit suicide. I never understood suicide because I never felt like I never wanted to be in the world. I just felt like I'm having a bad day. I need to get over. It rained and it poured, different days, whatever, different ways. But in like 2018, I was so fed up with my life. I didn't do an attempt. And there is a myth going around that if you mention this to somebody or ask them if they're suicidal, that it would give them the idea or ideation, or it's something where you have an idea. And then it's another one. Did you plan the ideal out? That's another part of suicide. And did you attempt or act on the idea? So it's like 3 different parts. I just can't remember the names right now. But just thinking about suicide, and then the second is, did you plan it out? And then the other one is, did you do an attempt? So while we're talking about suicide as black women coming out of C-19 and not knowing that this was like the fight of our life. Well, I've been in the fight of my life, and just thinking about what do I want to do with the rest of my life and what is my new purpose now. And I felt like I wanted to commit suicide, but that was just a ringer in my life that it was time to change. And eventually I did do a big move and a big change 2 years later. But I remember going to work and feeling like my life didn't have purpose, and I had never felt like that before. That was new for me. So I was probably like late 20s. I could have been a good 26, 27, or 28, somewhere there. So, after you accomplish things and you feel like it's not enough, and, are you spending time with your kids, and are you kissing your kids at night? Are you hugging them? Them are the things I think about, because I'm a black mother, of sons and daughters. And just this motherhood did define my life. And I know that if I didn't have my children, I don't even think I would be alive now. I know I would have self-destructed because I know myself. And, all these people want to say, but what if this and what if that? When you really know yourself and you're really honest with yourself about yourself, your situations, the things that you have done and not done, the choices you have made, you can think about other lives in a fairy tale if you would like to, but when you wake up, it's like, girl, we still at the same life, so nobody have time for that. So, social media is definitely hurting us, but it's also helping black women find a community, and we're in a You Are Not Alone, a Yana hashtag. That's what Lisa Nichols say. Hashtag Yana, you're not alone. But we just don't we don't go to therapy. We want to pray it away, and then just not even to mention the violence in our community that we are privy to. We don't realize violence is so normalized and everywhere around us, and black men dying everywhere at the hands of modern men. So it's just like, and then it's, I guess you can put suicide rates on top of that. I do know a kid who took their own life, and only thing I could think was at least the kid is happy now, because but we have all this religious stigma, and one of the suicide articles actually said one thing that keeps black women from committing suicide is religion. And now we're finding that we don't even have that, because the religion that I used to have is definitely not going to take me into tomorrow. But we don't take nothing serious. We not educated. We don't celebrate education. Even white people, the great scientists meeting is happening right now. All the great scientists of the world know how to celebrate each other. We going to that meeting. You as a scientist, I'm a scientist, we going. We can go to the Great Scientist Awards. But America, white people, Asian people, or all these, they have built something for themselves. And when you're talking about building, you have to build your life. You got to build your positivity. You have to build your life. And when you constantly thinking about Blackistan, because you in Blackistan, and you don't have a plan to get away from Blackistan, and you are a victim of Blackistan, or if you get out of Blackistan, then you're forced to grapple with the issues from back when you was in Blackistan. And it's just like, here go the other thing. We have no support systems. This means no fathers in the homes, translations, and food stamps, Section 8, things that kept, they raised a lot of people who have educations now. We can shun and shame food stamps, but let's take them out your mama household when she was raising you. I don't get enough. I don't get enough, but we know all black women on this platform, nobody's on welfare or get stamps. These are all the richest black women in the world who are saving the world, but we still don't know how they live or what they live like. It's just like my video if you can, if you got time. If you don't, let us know. We got a group of ladies going to approve the show. Childhood trauma gone unaddressed. Black women deal with poverty, HIV, domestic violence, family violence, drug abuse. They say we don't have access to medical care. And if you want to say access, we don't have access to mental health medical care in the Blackistan community, because we don't have no black doctors who want to build a black clinic right in the middle of a shootout who modern men was shooting. So, bow. So, if we don't have that in our community, the white man did give us Medicaid, and y'all can go. Okay? But then it's, do mama got time to take off work, to pay the bills, to take you? Because it was a thing back in the day, like it's a joke, a common joke. People like mama say, put some tussin on it. Like if we had to go to the doctor, we would go, but it was always, I'm not going to no doctor, honey. And I tell my son that, but then we go, because he get ear infections. I hope they the last of them. But like I told, I'm tired of going to about your ear. Like, can we stop digging in our ears? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we got access to medical care through Medicaid. If you're not making enough money, you just don't want to go to the doctor or take your kids at this point. But I know girls who can't get a ride, don't get a ride, don't know how to Uber, don't know how to get on the bus, don't know how to pay somebody for a ride. Black women really don't have support systems now, because now we live in a new culture where black women can do it themselves and don't even know that a man who is having sex with you should be providing something for you. And then we have women who shun women who say you should get something for your love, affection, or sex. Then you feel like, oh, I don't want to be that type of girl. But if you're having sex and a man likes you, he should want you to be safe. He should want you to get the things done that you need to be done. But I would be fucking suicidal too, fucking with a nigga. Is this the nigga video? It's the nigga for me. It's the nigga for me. It's the poverty paying HIV for me. No, but these are reasons black women are committing suicide. If I get an HIV diagnosis, do you think I can live after that? It's October. I think this AIDS or HIV awareness month actually. They do the red ribbons in October. Shout out to all our girls on HIV and the ones who have courage to tell people to warn them. And then y'all want to tell people business and try to throw it in people's face. Y'all so dirty. Y'all dirty. I have seen family members, all kind of stuff. And then sometimes I think people need to know, though. I really do. Because I think it'll save another black girl and make it real in her life. Like my beautiful auntie, she got HIV, though. Like what can that do for a girl? And condom use in her life. And you say, girl, really, I look healthy, but girl, I'm dying. If I don't take my medicine, 7 medicines a day, this is my little allergy, but if I'm taking 7 medicines a day, think about the toll that will have on your mental health. And then to think you're keeping it all bottled inside and not telling anybody, but then y'all say y'all telling people too much. People tell me all the time, you telling too much of your business, girl. I don't have no business. The U.S. government know my business, so I don't have no business. And it's just really sad. And it's really to a point where black women, if we don't talk, we're going to explode. Y'all can do this fun time game show. This is kind of cute. People did used to wear their hair like that back in the day. But with their regular hair. And it's like, I do remember a time when black women wore their regular hair. And it's just not my style right now. I got a weave and wig addiction. While we're going to be talking about addictions, I'm glad I mentioned that. But just if you're feeling suicidal, y'all call them hotlines. It's too many numbers out. It's too many numbers. It's too many places. It's too many things to read. It's, if you talk to somebody, you'll feel better. But y'all is so ashamed and got so much guilt from shit that happened to y'all. It's not your fucking fault. That's why we did black women something, incest or black family. But then we don't know. We for some reason we don't know that we're the most abused, and we say it, but we think about racism. Oh, and of course suicide. They said racism and discrimination. I already shattered that myth because Medicaid, you can go to find a fucking psychologist or a psychiatrist near you and fucking no cost if you broke. So that's really the racism discrimination myth shattered. Because I'm so sick of racism and discrimination. If black people wanted something, they would have something. If people wanted a job, they would work. If people wanted the clothes, they would go to the store. If people want to drive, they'll go buy a car. If people want to eat, they'll go to the refrigerator. Like, I don't understand what we don't understand. That's why we fall out and then I lose people. But guess who losing? Not me, because you think I'm finna worry about all this shit. I'm going to get on what I want to get on when I feel like it. Nia Long saga has went so long, I'm glad we didn't get into that, because what can I say about a woman who in love with a man in Blackistan? What can I say that I have not already said? I got the video. I might drop it with the photo dump. It's going to come out when I do them days where I just let out everything that didn't come out for whatever reason, whenever I look at it. But I don't even look at them. I just push them all out and they be in the atmosphere just floating around. No tags, no nothing. So, but I love y'all. And I do this out of love. But I can't stand y'all at the same time. Like, when we talking about your life and my life and I know I can't get a view, you think that make me feel good and proud about black women? Not because, you should watch me, but, I looked up articles. Ain't no articles about black women committing no suicide. But you know what? I actually did 2 suicide videos way, way, way back in the day. And I am going to connect those for the throwback and the old school. And, I'ma see y'all. Like, I said we have to do the black woman addiction and addition. So here y'all are for black women who do care about your mental fitness, about your mental health, about your mental illness, there or lack thereof. Like, as growing, thinking black women, growing, thinking, prospering, purpose-driven black women, if we don't fight with our demons, guess what's coming after us? If we don't fight with our demons, guess how many cycles will repeat? If we don't take these shackles off our thought processes. Yes, baby, that's a word, baby. I'm still a wordologist, noseologist. So when you doing you, the best way you know how, let's get the journaling. Let's get them vision boards together. Let's make an outline. Let's make a digital collage. I need plans, y'all. Y'all need plans. Or at least, okay, if I think a negative thought, okay, over here I'm going to think a positive. Negative, positive. For every negative, I'm going to think 2 positives. Like if you don't train your mind, that's a mental exercise. You are going to feel suicidal. You're going to feel like you want to jump off a fucking bridge because you're not doing what it takes to grow. So you in a growing time. But when you ignore that growth and that stage is ready for you to take that test of your life, and then you go and you're not prepared, you going back, you got to go through the course again. You got to keep, that's life. You ain't never sober, but when you take that one step and you go, at least you can just go down to the last one like, oh, I did this shit before. I ain't got time for that shit. I'm up here now. Everything is a process. Everything is a stage. Everything is an event that we're going through. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, don't ever commit suicide and you shouldn't feel like that. What black women go through? We didn't even mention a job. I say I'll leave that shit out. You think black women would? I laid on my bed. The only thing I say, I got to get up because the only thing finna start chasing me is these thoughts about this, that, and the other that I can't control, I can't do nothing with, and I'm going to feel worthless. So I came to talk to y'all. And if you don't know something going on over here, baby, you don't know nothing, honey. So like this video if you got that in you. And if you don't like it, got that in you. If you want to come back, you can. Subscriptions, please don't do that to yourself because your feelings going to get hurt and you're going to cry and then you're going to leave and then you're going to know you're not a growing, changing, innovative, creative black woman in the world trying to make it or do nothing better with your life. And don't get mad at us. Don't hinder me. That's what the shit say. Not the shit, but y'all religiosity. So, okay. We got people over here, we all can feel different in the same type of ways about different and the same things. It's called mutual respect. It's called grow up. It's called some shit black women don't do. Stay innovative and creative and beautiful all while doing all at the same time.